Unless you're telling us that we're being detained, we're going to depart.
Yes, you're being detained.
We received a report that a parent met with you and has a trans child, and you coached them on how they could circumvent the state law banning biological boys from girls' sports. Is that true?
No, that is not true. So I hear you have a kiddo who
Yes.
district?
Hopefully. So she is transgender. So any school district that like we're considering or private schools or anything, we'd like them to be accepting and welcoming towards transgender students. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then does Brenda play any sports?
Soccer.
So I will let you know that here in Texas, it is the UIL policy that they have to play on the team of the gender they were assigned at birth.
Did you give them any tips on changing the birth certificate before moving to the district so that they could?
No, I did not.
What if I told you I had a video right here of you saying all of those things?
In New Jersey, you can get the official state documents, including the birth certificate, to be changed. So is that something that if I were to go through the process?
If you can bring that
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
The only thing about Texas is they're not allowed at, I think as of like 2023, they can't change their birth certificates anymore.
Right.
But,
I mean, she was born in New Jersey.
right,
Yeah.
and it's already done.
Right.
And there's nothing that can, like,
Then there's nothing you can do about it. Right. Okay. Okay.
so there's workarounds.
Okay.
You didn't hear from me.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So there's workarounds.
So it seems like you did coach them in workarounds to circumvent the state law.
Not coach them on workarounds to circumvent the state law. I told them if that's what they do in their state, then that's what they can do in their state. But once they come here, we go by that. And so whatever's gone by that, if that's not in our UIL guidelines or in our laws, then that is what it is.
You don't view that as circumvention of the state law?
No, sir.
There's definitely workarounds.
Okay.
And legally, like, it's done. Like, there's
Yeah.
it didn't happen in Texas. It happened
Right.
in another state.
Right.
That is 100% for
Yes.
those students. And so,
Yes. Okay.
so
It's
there's
good to hear. Okay. So
workarounds.
She made it clear that the only birth certificate she had at that time was male. And yet you still, as long as she got a new birth certificate, would place that child in women's sports.
So I let her know that what we go off of here in Texas for UIL is the birth certificate. If that birth certificate says male, if that birth certificate says female, that's what we go off of.
So even though you know she had a male birth certificate, as long as she has another one, you'll go off that one?
That is the law, sir. We go off of that legal document. It does not matter what we know or what we don't know. It matters what's on that legal document because that is the process.
If you want to participate in a UIL sport, you have to participate on a team based on the individual sex assigned at birth.
However, if the birth certificate's changed, yes.
Then that's what we're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
off of.
That's what we're going off of.
Right,
Yeah. That's,
exactly.
yes.
Do you think that parents in this district would be thrilled to know that there are workarounds for the law and that biological boys can play in girls' sports?
Unfortunately, I'm not the one who creates those laws. So if that is an issue, then they need to take it up with their lawmakers who create those laws and make sure that there are amends to that law to cover things like that.
Because you're saying as long as the law is like this, you're going to continue doing it that exact way.
I'm following the law.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So you lied to gain entry in this building?
That's right.
Okay, so you need to leave.
Okay.
The district police are on their way.
Great.
Kiana, this interview's over.
Okay.
You need to step out of the building and turn off all these devices.
Would you like to see the video of her telling a parent how
No,
to
I don't
circumvent
wanna
the
see
state
it.
law? Does that
I don't wanna
worry
see
you? What's your name and
I have no
title?
comment.
Please keep your hands off me.
You need to leave the building
We'll leave the building.
right now. All three of you.
We'll have the video parked right outside so that anybody who
You're
enters and
blocking the
exits can
public
see it.
street. Here's district police. They lied to gain entry.
Say what?
They lied to gain entry.
That's true.
You lied
He
to
asked us to
gain-
leave and we're leaving. Have we broken any laws in any way, shape, or form?
I only have your side of the story right now, sir.
Well, I think we're going to head out. We haven't broken any laws, and if you're not asking us, telling us that we have to stay, I think we're going to depart.
Okay. If you don't mind staying, I'm asking you to do that because I do not know if any law has been broken.
I
Until-
appreciate that. Unless you're telling us that we're being detained, we're going to depart.
Yes, you're being detained.
We are being detained.
You're not under arrest, but I need to find out both sides of the story.
No problem. I'll hit up our attorneys. The officer who detained us, I'm sure he means well. He said, I got to go check with the administrators. Well, I don't know that they were alleging any law actually being broken. But nevertheless, one would expect a local police officer to have faith and have trust in their local school district, just as much as one would expect the parents to have trust in their local school district. But with radical school districts like Hutto ISD, it is abundantly clear that that faith and that trust is misplaced. Were you aware that your DEI staffer was coaching a parent on how to circumvent state law?
I have no comment.
Do you have any message for the parents, sir, who don't like DEI staffers that use workarounds against state law? Ms. Glaze said she would continue to follow that policy. Do you support that? Should she be doing so?
We're going to ask you if you can comply with us and get off property.
Sure. Are we off the property now?
We won't file a CTW.
Great.
But if you don't comply with that, then we will go through and follow a CTW.
To confirm, officer, are we off the property now?
No, sir. This is
okay.
parking lot, so property would be in the street.
No problem.
I want you to get hit by a car.
I share that sentiment. Well, we'll stay off your property. We will. We'll probably have additional investigators who come by your district. We're really worried about the fact that your staffer so openly circumvents state law.
I'm not the one who creates those laws, so if that is an issue, then they need to take it up with their lawmakers.